Hello, hello, everybody. We are coming to you live this Wednesday for today's Wonder Why Lunch and Learn. Love it. It's the end of the year. Can you believe we are nearly in 2023? It isn't
No.
insane. And I am so excited to have with us today Sheila K, who is, there are things moving around on my screen here. Sheila is a mind and body transformation coach. And I love that she is coming to speak to us today about how to make and keep, because that's the secret sauce, your transformative resolutions this year. So welcome, everyone. We are going live. We are in the Peri and Menopause Movement Club Facebook group. We're going live on LinkedIn. We're on YouTube. We are all over the place. I am Tracy Sider, your host, the creator of the Reshape Method, and I help women over 40 who are stuck behind screens to look wonderful, feel wonderful, and age audaciously. And part of that is setting goals and resolutions, because I know that's what we do, whether we do it consciously or not. And Sheila is here today to help us do that. Like rock stars. Hi, Sheila.
Hello, Tracy. How are you? Happy end of the year.
Yes.
Can't believe it.
Cold.
It's cold everywhere. It's cold here as well. It's just cold. It's that time of year, but tomorrow night is actually the longest night of the year. So we have a lot of time to sit around fires and fireplaces and think about what next year is going to bring to us. And as Tracy said, I'm a mind-body transformation coach. I developed the mind-body reboot method, the same method I use to lose 130 pounds and keep it off despite having a spinal condition, has me in and out of a wheelchair and being 60 years old. But I help women to develop an effortless, natural relationship with food in their bodies for a lifetime of health and wellness. Some people call me the undiet coach. Someone started calling me that recently. I love that. So one of the things that my clients ask me this time of year always is, what should my resolution be? How can I keep my resolutions? Oh, resolutions, it's in the air, right? Everybody's asking, so what's your resolution for next year? And I started researching a couple months ago and talking to experts in the field of goal setting, resolution making. There are people whose job it is to study resolutions. And I went out and talked to everybody. And I wanted to come up with a national survey, which I have. At the end, I'll show you how to take part in that. Kind of to find out on a national level, what are women thinking about resolutions? What kind of resolution makers we are? And I found out there are 5 secret ingredients in this recipe of coming up with a resolution that make resolution something that you don't just wish upon a star about or get disappointed in yourself. Some people call 1 week resolutions rather than New Year resolutions because they just fade away. But I found the secret sauce, the 5 secret pieces of this ingredients of this recipe that really make it something that will come true. So the first part of this, number 1, is to make it realistic. So a lot of people pie in the sky. They say, oh, I got to lose 100 pounds in a month, or I'm just going to lose weight, make it very vague. And it's that's not going to happen. It should be something more along the lines of, I'm going to lose 25 pounds in the next 3 months or whatever it is, which is totally doable. That's an actionable, realistic something. Or someone says, I'm just going to get out of debt, but without a plan for it. Or maybe more realistic would be, I'll be done with 50% of my debt by the end of the year. Set something realistic that's doable. So the next step would be to make it actionable. Now, if you wanted to go to Phoenix, Arizona, right? You've never been to Phoenix, Arizona. I could somehow where's Southwest? Over there. I could go southwest, point my car that way, and maybe I'll make it to Phoenix, Arizona. Maybe along the way, I will end up in New Mexico and decide, well, that's good enough. So if you kind of point yourself in that direction, you might get there. But if you want to get to the corner of 5th and Main in downtown Phoenix, Arizona at 2 p.m. on January 7th, well, you need a map. You need a plan. You need some car snacks and maybe an overnight at a hotel somewhere, depending on where you're driving from. You need plans. And in that way, you're going to get to the corner of 5th and Main at 2 p.m. on January 7th, or else you're just kind of get there. Same thing with resolutions. So if you have something that has real metrics, real data that you can shoot towards, like the 2 p.m. at 5th and Main. So in weight loss, it might be steps. I'm going to hire a health coach, talk to my physician, hire a nutritionist, join a gym, whatever those action plans are, kind of like packing the snacks or whatever for your car. And that you're going to lose a specific amount by a specific date. And here's how. Well, that's actionable. That's something you can, put energy behind and make it something a little bit more detailed. So that's, kind of like how to shoot for something. So you don't end up in New Mexico in your resolutions, that you really end up getting to where you want to get to. The third part of the secret sauce is accountability. A lot of people don't tell each other their resolutions because they're expecting to fail, or if I fail, I haven't told anybody, it's not going to matter. So the two different kinds of accountability you could have is you could either come out of the closet with it and say, I am going to be losing weight this year, but I'm throwing down the gauntlet, or I'm going to get rid of my debt, or I'm going to get the job of my dreams. You're letting everybody know what's going on. Or you find someone to partner up with, and that could be a buddy to do it with, or the accountability of a program or a coach, someone like Tracy or me, to help you find that regular accountability and stay on goal with those details and the metrics in the program. But the science behind it is very interesting. If you tell someone else, just one other person, that you are going to reach certain goals, you are 5 times more likely to achieve those goals. If you join an accountability program of some kind where you're regularly accountable to a group and that there is a group think behind it, there's group community support, you are 16 times more likely to achieve those goals. So
Wow.
1,600% more likely to actually reach those goals when you're accountable. That's huge. I thought maybe twice as likely or something, but 16 times as likely, that's worth, being accountable. The next part of this is to build in some specific rewards tied to those metrics. So with the weight loss, say, every time I lose 10 pounds, every time I reach that milestone, I am going to try on all my clothes, get rid of the fat clothes, buy myself a new pair of jeans. Or when I lose all 25 pounds, I'm going to buy myself that particular dress or pair of jeans. I tell everybody on my program, first of all, save a pair of your pre-program jeans or pants that you can actually physically see the difference. But I have people buy an outfit or a pair of jeans that's their goal pants or their goal outfit that they want to do. I say jeans because that's 99% of people want to get into certain size jeans, but you put them up on the wall, you hang them up on your closet or whatever. And every so often you try them on and you get closer and closer. My goal was to be able to tuck in a button-up shirt into jeans and wear a belt. That was my thing that I wanted to be able to do. And you have to build some of those rewards. And we do it for our kids, our employees, our coworkers. Dangling that carrot is really something that works a lot to reward yourself for having met that accountability, for having made those plans and followed through with them. Now, the next thing is very important. I'm also a mindfulness meditation instructor, and it's part of the mind-body reboot method. And that is to respect your goals and your intentions and respect those resolutions. And what I'm talking about is, do you remember Susie Orman, Tracy?
Yes. Yeah.
The white hair, the white teeth, the whole
she used to be on Oprah a lot.
Yes. She was like the year 2000, the Y2K lady who said, women, you need to learn about money. Mm-hmm. And she had a great point that I loved, which was, if you reach into your purse and your money's wadded up and it's in your pocket, it's all crumpled up, and you kind of empty your purse out on the counter and you fish through it and kind of see what's going on, you're not respecting your money. You don't know how much you have, where you're going. It's all nasty looking. Your money's not going to respect you. There's a relationship between that. Well, the same thing goes for the promises and the vows and the oaths that we make to ourselves. We have to respect those. So don't take a used Post-it and jot down some intentions, and kind of tape it up somewhere. Really, get a nice journal, like a nice, little pad or something, or some kind of journal that you could use, and really write it as a promise to yourself. Make it realistic, make it actionable, build in some accountability or partnership, and respect it. Really make it something nice. Put it up somewhere and write it as a promise to yourself. And the bonus one in this, the bonus tip, if you will, is there is something that absolutely every single one of these experts told me, every single one, whether it was a mindfulness, psychology, whatever field, science, biology, whatever, they all agreed on this one thing. And that is you have to envision those promises coming true. And how you do that, the strongest, most powerful way to do that is when you're writing out this journaling of your promise to yourself, think about what you're going to feel like, look like, wear, eat, walk like, how you're going to embody that, what that's going to feel like to have met those goals, to have kept the promise to yourself. Because if you can't do that, if you can't envision it happening, it's likely not to happen.
Yeah.
So
drop.
mic drop on that one. So I hope that helps you guys to come up with a promise to yourself and use those different aspects. Something I'm going to pop into the comments after this gets loaded up. If it's okay with you, Tracy, I have 2 things I'd like to have people have access to help them with this. One is to participate in the national survey that we're doing. It closes on January 7th. And you can, every time you take it or you refer someone who takes it, you get entered into a $10,000 grand prize giveaway that the people that I worked with have put up. It's wonderful. The details are in the survey.
Wow.
And when you take the survey, it's not just how do you feel about it, you actually on screen get what kind of resolution maker are you? Here's the areas that you could, so it's built all by these professionals that I worked with and all the research I did. And you get a follow-up report all about you and how you make resolutions. And the second thing is an ebook that I put together that's free that I'll give a link to. And it's something you can print out that's a workbook where you can fill in the blanks on all of these different tips that I had with a couple extras we didn't talk about. So at the end, you can have, I promise myself to, and then you will have a statement that can be your wonderful resolution that you can put up beautifully somewhere and hopefully see through some of these resolutions to yourself because you're worth it. You're worth the time. You're taking the time to come on here today. You're taking the time to listen to my craziness for 15 minutes and to sit here with Tracy and I, who could talk forever. But you're made time for yourself. And that's important. Those are the kind of people that make and keep resolutions, that are interested in that happening. So I hope for you that happens.
Amazing. Thank you so much. That sounds fabulous.
So
I can't wait for you to drop the links below. And if you're watching on YouTube, I will pop those links over there as well.
Great.
Thank you so much for coming on this cold, snowy day to get us in the right frame of mind, right? Because it's about the right frame of mind for 2023. So that, what is your motto for 2023 again?
Diet free in 23.
Diet free in 23. Amazing. Thank you so much for coming to join us. Have a wondrous and audacious 2023 from all of us at the Reshape Method, and everybody watching. We will see you on the other side.
See you next year. Bye, Tracy. Take care. Thank you so much.